Hey guys, welcome back to RCprofits, and if you're new here, we help beginners learn and make real profits. There are many ways to earn in RollerCoin, but one of my favorite ways are the surveys. So personally, I'm not a big of a fan of downloading games since they have too many bugs or much riskier or takes a lot of time. So my go-to strategy in the TaskWall is to always answer surveys. So I get a lot of questions and complaints about surveys, and trust me, I get it as well. I filled hundreds of surveys and it's very irritating. Some of them midway and they didn't reward me with anything. And it's some of them so long. Okay. But I've also figured out some tips that increase your chance of success and I want to share that today. So just keep in mind your location really does matter. Where you're from, where do you live, where's your country. So some regions get more or better service, others almost none. So no matter where you are, these tips will help improve your odds. Hopefully. Okay, and just a rundown. So how surveys work. So here's how it usually goes. So I open the task wall, and what I do is I just go right here, either task wall or all surveys. Then the available surveys will be presented here, but as you can see, there are no surveys yet. So sometimes they just expire or not at all. So when I go here to the task wall and there's no survey here, it's automatically no surveys yet going to be displayed. Okay. So that's just what I check right of the before when I'm new I check them daily, but I don't do that anymore. Okay. So I just refresh and wait until one appears. For beginners, it's important to know that surveys come from different providers. So talking about BitLab, CPX, Prime Labs, Theorem Reach. But like I said, I don't casually just press that. Okay. So here's how it usually do when you click it, when you verify, where you qualify. The first thing that happens is you're gonna get qualified first. You finish it, then you get rewards, RLTs. Okay. Second is alternative is you get screened out. You're not qualified, meaning you didn't meet their target group. And lastly, you get a tiny consolation prize, usually 0.01 RLT or around to 0.03. Okay. It can feel random and frustrating, but if you know the common pattern, you can avoid getting disqualified um, a bit harder for them. Okay. So here are the tips to increase success for your surveys. Tip number one, the family or household work question. So here's the question that usually they ask. One of the most common early questions is, does anyone in your family or immediate family works in these industries? If that's a question, if you say yes to things like marketing, research, or media, you're almost gonna get qualified. So the safest answer is none of the above. Okay? You're gonna tell them nonetheless if it's true or not. What I usually do, I always press none of the above. But my family, none of them work in media though. So examples are I always you get since in the past when I press either one of them, I usually get screened out instantly. Okay. Another time I pick none of the above and move forward. Okay. Now for tip number two. So some surveys throw in trick questions so to test if you're actually paying attention. Some things like what color is the sky or the right answer is blue. If you're clicking too fast, you might miss it. Something like that. So here are some of the examples to really verify. And when you answer the wrong one, you'll get instantly screened out as well. Okay? So just a tip, just slow down, answer carefully, or just go back to it after time. Then after it's done, you can complete it. Okay? Okay. And lastly, for the third tip is another common filter is, are you the main decision maker in your household? If you say no, or sometimes you'll often get disqualified as well. So the safe answer is always yes. I am the main decision maker, not 50-50 or both of you guys, or you're one of the main decision maker. It's the best is the first one is you're the only main sole decision maker in your household. Okay. So here are some examples showing that. So even with even with these tips, surveys still aren't guaranteed. Personally, I just keep trying, spam as many as possible until one sticks. But the most important bonus tip I can give is consistency. So surveys will just ask for age, income, job, kids' age, location, even hobbies, or even your kids' um, school names or proximity. It's very weird. Or even sometimes your religion or your income bracket or your insurance or your what do you call this? Your insurance plan or investment plan. They make it very specific. What's important is they'll remember some of your answers across different providers. So if your info doesn't match, you'll fail more often. So you have to be consistent and know your zip code, your proximity, or the last thing that you bought, car, or maybe insurance, or appliances, or a vehicle. It's very different. So what I really advise is just be consistent with your answers all throughout all of the surveys. Okay, so that constantly flagged me if I answered differently, even having the detail differently. Okay, so that's my breakdown, how surveys work, what to expect, and 3 tips to improve your chances. If you find this guide helpful, drop a like and hit that subscribe button to support the channel. And I'll be breaking down more RollerCoin tips, updates, and profit strategies. So don't miss out. And as always, play smart and mind steady.